experienced at it, but from my messing around with it, that's how I usually see these things. And I'm actually not using my notes that I made for this. I'm just doing this by almost like guessing, and that's how you're supposed to do it whenever you start a new game and stuff. Come on, what are we at? 3,100. Come on, where is it? Just keep going, because it could be at 3,000, a high 3,000, whatever. Just keep going. I guess I was wrong, but it's got to be somewhere around here, unless I missed it by accident and wasn't paying too much attention. Come on, come on, come on. What are we at? 3,700. God. Come on, come on, come on. So yeah, like I said, if you guys want me to do this for a different game like Black Ops, Zombie Action, or whatever, that's a good game to do. Although I haven't done it on it, I've heard it's a fairly straightforward game to do, and I could do that, and that will be probably simpler for some of you guys to understand, because I know I learned from examples, and if that's what you guys want, I can do one of those. Come on, where the hell is it? I must have skipped it. I'm such an idiot. Where the hell is it? I'll have to give up in a second and go back down. Yep. Okay guys, so I had a quick look through the, you know, I went a little bit by myself because I probably skipped this by accident. So the texture is 2940, so a massive screw up by me on there, but sometimes you will miss these after looking for such a long time. All you need to do is close your eyes for a second and bam, you lost it. So that's pretty much it. Store that. I think what we're going to do now is we're going to go a little bit further. So put that 2510 and move back until you can no longer see it. Okay, and that's our mid-range right about here. Now what we do is we press page down until it's a high number, and then we reduce our thingy to 0. Now what we're going to store is our mid-range one. So write mid-range if you like on your notepad file, and I'll show you mine when I'm done. But close range for the first few. I'm not going to get as many as I got on the first one. I'm going to get a few more, and then I'm going to get some long-range ones hopefully. So go until, see, look at that. First, straight away we find a red one. That's just great. So let's store 53 there. Now could be the suit, but hopefully that's not the suit, because sometimes enemies will have that as well. So that's 53 there. And now we're going to find the thingy. So let's press, oh crap, pressed, don't press end, because end resets things, I think. So reset this back to 0, set that to 1, and then go up until you find it. There you go, found it straight away because it's a low number, it's easy. So 50, so 53 and 50 for our first mid-range value, and that's just great. I'll probably get 1 or 2 more. So go like that, and see. Look, we got a hat there. That's just great. We'll keep the hat. We're going to go for 66, and yep, there it is straight away. The early ones are the easiest ones, 64, because they're usually really close to each other. And then when it comes to the end, you start getting some big ass number of differences. So keep going, keep going, keep going. You get used to this quite quickly. There we go. We're gonna find something for that guy's head. This headset. 283. I've got a headset like that. Alright, so let's get the headset. Hopefully it'll come up. There we go. Beautiful. Oops. So 170. So 283 by 170. Let me just store that, and let's find about one more. Let's find my gun. See what comes up. What do we get there? That's like a little bit of equipment, isn't it? Yeah, we'll ignore that. We got most of that guy. Hopefully we'll get one of his models when we do test it later on. We got some gun stuff, small stuff there. Hands. That guy's hands. Yeah, let's store the hands as well. And I think this is our last one for close range, for mid range. 562 by. Let's just find out what that is. Start from here. If we can't find it, we'll go back to 0, but we should be able to find it quite nicely. Looking for the hands. Come on. Dead. Should be around the 500 area, I guess. Come on, flashy. Where are you? There we go. Beautiful. So 632. That's just great. So that's the last one. So now once you've got one, move back until that one disappears. There we go, it's disappeared. Let's go a little bit more back. And now we're going to go try and get any long range ones we can find. So press page down and go back to 0 pretty much. Now you'd only use close ranges if you only see the enemy close by, you don't want to do that because you want your cams to work at all times. But so let's go up, and obviously it's a little bit more difficult to see. So found some of his equipment there. Let's just go up, see what else we can find at long range. Red, remember, that's what we're looking for. Come on. Found, what do we find there? Tire? Yeah, we don't want a tire. Come on. There we go. What do we get there? That's something tank related, isn't it? No, that's his grenades. We don't care about grenades. Otherwise, they'll do every single grenade in the game. Come on. There we go. Look at that. That is just beautiful. So 635 seems to cover a few of them. Now I'm going to do long range. And our first one is 635. 635. Obviously, if you can get as specific as possible with your game, that's the best thing. Oops, sorry, I skipped a step there. So we want to find out. Let's just try and have a quick look here. There we go. We found it really quickly. It's just great. 654. 654. That seems great. I'm gonna look for one or two more. See what we can get. No, you can only search for the main ones, which are like beautiful. Look at that. We'll keep that one as well. 802. These seem to cover a large part of them. 802. I think the idea is because it's no longer drawing the small parts because we're far away, so it draws like big chunks at a time. So if you're close, it'll draw small items. How far does this work? Let's have a look. And it works quite a big distance. So if we just go here, there we go. It stops working about there. And I guess we can get a bit further ones, but I mean these should be quite enough. Press delete there. Let's try and pinpoint it quickly. And, come on. There we go. Alright, that seems good. 800. 800. So that's enough for now. I mean, you can get sometimes even further ones where you're seeing through the wall massively larger away. So see if I can get anything like that. But they don't really matter because when you get to a certain distance, you don't really care if they're close to you or not. Obviously, this isn't every like 10 meters. It's just the way they're drawn. There we go. Look at that. Now, there's absolutely no way this is going to draw small items from it. So it's drawing. So long range. Longest range, let's call that one longest range, and let's store these ones. So yeah, because it's far away, it's just drawing the basics of the character. So 100 and oops, I should type in the wrong place. 193 by, it just needs to draw them. That's the idea. So oops, let's get that back to 0. Press page down. Now let's go up until we find it. Should be quick. There we go, we found it quite quickly. That is just great. So 140, that's our last one. Let's just go for that. And hopefully we can put these values so we can now close our game. And I believe that's it for now. Obviously you guys can get all the textures for all the teams and so on, and that's really the purpose. Okay, so we're going back to our program here. Basically the idea is to now put our values into good use. So I've got my notepad file here, and obviously this isn't every value we should be using, but I'm giving you guys the basics, so I can't go through every single value. And like I said, if you want me to do a separate one for and that will be much simpler because zombies are much easier, because I think they're low quality characters, which means they are less detailed and makes them easier to grab the whole body of the character and stuff. Excuse me. So what we got to do is just put these values into good use. So let's go say we're going to go define. Now I saw this method used online. It's a really good way of doing it, and that's what most people tend to use because it's a good idea. So let's just go define Marines, and we're going to say let's open brackets here. I'm going to say I've got a few installation here for the PZ bot, whatever, and we're going to put these values into good use. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this a little bit here, just so I got space. Obviously, I could put this on my other screen, but that way you guys won't see it, and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit because I have been told that the text isn't massively large usually. So hopefully the font will be increasing. You guys should be able to read things better. If this at some point, there you go, so 16. Hopefully you guys can read that nicely, and that'll be good. So all we're pretty much doing now is just throwing all those values in there. So we're saying define Marines, and then we're sending in that. So let's open another bracket because we're going to have a lot of values in there. We're going to say num vertices equals 63 and prim count, and this is, you'll see that this matches our thingy later on, equals 4132, and there hasn't been anything that's been declared as num vertices or prim count outside the scope of the drawIndex primitive. The only reason why this is done is that way we just call marines in hacks.c++. We call it if marines, is what we say here, say if marines. So replace what you had here. Well, for this example we don't really need this, but you guys can do that if you like, and then all you say is if marines, and then you do that. So find marines is that, and then or, so we're saying it can be any of these values, so we're just putting these values in now. So the idea, just copy all this, because well, actually what we copied is fine, so paste that there, and then we're saying or, and then if we did this properly, those cams will appear the color we chose in the game when we are there. Otherwise we'll have to redo them, but usually they come out okay. So 110 and 122, that seems fine to me. And then we're going to go for 114, still not big enough, so she said, and hopefully you guys can read this very nicely. And then 162, 114 and 162, and then 151, 51, 130. Odds are I'll make a mistake on this, but I'll double check on the end to make sure everything's good. And then that again, and num versus equals 110. Yep. The next one is, so after 133.56 by 262. Now I'm going to see if I can maybe start this in a new line. Do I get away with doing that? Yeah, so just do that. Or is that okay? Oh, never mind, I can't do that. Bloody stupid thingy. Yeah, that's defined there for you. That's probably a way around it, but whatever, I'll just go with it like that. So keep going. Prim count 262. Where are we? Yeah, so there we go. So 455 and 448 now, or 455 and 448 for that, and then go 45, then 686, 686, and prim count 952, 52. Now you guys feel free to ask for a few more examples of this, because I know I haven't been able to go into too much detail with this. So 952, and then 2516 by 2940, 2940, because I know this is a bit of a complicated thing. I'll tell you what we're going to do. So just go close, because that way if we got everything put in one, it'll just be confusing. So I've already put enough values there, so then we go define marines close. Sorry, this is mid. Let's go mid, open those, and the same pattern happens, so get rid of that actually. Num vertices equal, and we're going to go for let me think. So num vertices equals that will be 53 by 50. That's our mid-range one, and then we're going to go for paste that. So 53 by 50, and then 66 by 64. 64. Hopefully I'm not making any mistakes here. Otherwise I'm going to have a lot of fixing to do, because I keep copying and pasting. 283 by 170, and 562 by 632. That seems good to me. And then we close that there, and make sure we don't put a semicolon there, because that's not what we should do. And then so you've got these two, blah blah blah. Obviously you press F6 and it won't recognize what Marines is because we renamed it. And then we say yeah, finally we say so just copy that, why not, and then define Marines far. Open these two and go copy that, that as well, why not. Oops, and then num vertices equals, and we're going to go for, let me think, so that's 635 654 635 by 654, 802. So let's copy that into there. So that should be 635, 802. We'll put the last one in there because there's only one value as well. 800. Oops, what did I do there? So what an idiot. 802, and 800 right here. Okay, so that should be good. And then we say